Hey, it's your boy Hendo checking in though, coming to y'all with another video. I want to welcome y'all to the channel. Thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe, hype this video up. Let's get into it. Today we got Ashley Gonzalez.
We told you earlier this week about a video that showed a woman using racial slurs to describe black people. At one point, she's heard making threats about abusing her power to arrest people because of the color of their skin. Houston police originally said that Gonzalez had been relieved of duty pending an investigation by Internal Affairs. But some of our viewers wanted to know why she wasn't fired. HPD released this statement within the last hour. Chief Noe Diaz says the behavior by Gonzalez was, quote, abhorrent, disgusting, and entirely unacceptable, with no place in law enforcement or our community. According to HPD, Gonzalez had been with the force since January of 2024.
But it's not even about her, guys. It's really a conversation, an ongoing conversation between the Hispanic and the FBA community. And it needs to be had. We need to break it down because it's a problem. And it's a problem that we do need unity. I mean, we don't need nobody and they don't need us, but we do need unity to fight the system that we're all oppressed under. But the problem is there can never be unity when we have the BS going on. And a lot of people would like to sit there on both sides. I don't want to just say on the Hispanic side. Let's not say every side has their own bad apples. You know what I mean? But we need to come to we need to stop pretending like they're not there. That's the problem. Like, especially on the Hispanic side, because I will say our side is we less have a problem with anybody in America, period. Like, up until late, we haven't had a problem with anybody in America. But now America is becoming a problem because of everybody here. It's already been a problem, not becoming a problem. But now we got more problems to deal with. It's not only these white people racism we got to deal with. Now we got y'all getting your own shops and shit and pushing us out and doing all these underhanded things to our community. And it's like, we don't need to fight you too. Why we got to fight you too? Now we fighting everybody. You know what I mean? So, but right now, it's people like who defend that type of behavior of Ashley Gonzalez that is the problem. People with a mindset of this Hispanic woman right here.
I don't think Ashley Gonzalez deserved to lose her job. I really don't. I think it's fair that we live in a society where a certain culture of people can weaponize one word to destroy your life. And they will push you into saying that word.
What the fuck does she mean? Push you into saying it? Nobody pushes you into saying anything. I get into it with my mom. Or not get into it, but we might have a disagreement. She doesn't push me into calling her a B word. My girl, my wife, I might get into it with her. She don't push me into calling her out her name. My kids piss me off all the time. They don't push me into cursing them out, you know what I mean? Or calling them out their name for sure. I might cuss them out a little bit, but I ain't gonna call them out their name. It's just a lack of respect for the community. You know how they always call us low IQ? You low IQ, low IQ. You low EQ. You low emotional intelligence, bro. You have no emotional intelligence, no control over yourself. You have no control over anything. These are low EQ people. Like, I couldn't imagine calling somebody calling my mom, you, and be like, well, you pushed me to do it. You know what I mean? That's like those people who abuse women and be like, she made me do it. She knew what she was doing. You know what I mean? You're like, this is weird. That's weird. Like, what is this lady talking about? And that's the type of mindset, though, that keeps this shit going. It needs to be stopped, bro. What is this? I'm just picturing her like, don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna make me call you a nigger. It is just weird, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Could you imagine being a female police officer in Houston and seeing and dealing with what she deals with every single day? That word comes from somewhere, okay?
Oh, yeah, it does come from somewhere. It just doesn't come from her community, so it shouldn't be coming from her fucking vocabulary. That's the problem. Can you imagine what she went through as a female officer? If you're a female officer, shout out to all the females out there who's female officers who's holding it down, doing their job, you know what I mean? But if it gets too stressful for you, just take the gloves off, baby. Ain't nobody gonna judge you. Ain't nobody gonna judge you. If you're a female officer and you gotta be racist to cope with your job, then maybe you shouldn't have the job. And the way she's saying, like in Houston, what she gotta deal with, I know there is some young, wild little niggas in Houston, but come on now. Majority of black people are exonerated of their crimes. More than 50% of black people. Ding. Most of you guys are over-policing black communities and locking our people up for no reason. You're targeting our people. If you weren't targeting black people, maybe you wouldn't interact with them as much as you are right now. Or probably work. Her route's probably by the fucking mall in the suburbs. She like, and she probably not like she acting like she know her route, like she work in the hood or something. Like, come on now. I'm not saying she ain't never had no bad experiences with black people, but that word offends a lot of black people. You're not offending one person by using that word, especially online, going on a rant like she did. You're offending a whole culture of people. So you don't give a fuck. Like when I want to offend a Mexican, I'll just say you a bitch. Your mama's a bitch. You a hoe. I don't gotta resort to you being. You know what I mean? I don't gotta resort to you wet. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't got to resort to that. I can insult you as an individual. I don't have to insult your whole race. But it seems like every time anybody wants to insult an individual black person, they have to insult the whole race to go along with it because that's the only way. The only way to hurt a black person is to talk about their ancestors' pain. Like that is so lame. Why do people use black people's ancestors' pain to get at them? You know what I mean? Like that's like me being like, damn Jewish people. That's why Hitler. Let me not go there. That's probably not a joke. I hope you get the point though. I hope you get the point. Like that's like me insulting your ancestors. Like haha. Like not the N word, but like when people be like, "That's why your people were enslaved. Your people were slaves." Like it's like me being like, "That's why Spain came over there and spanked y'all ass, motherfucker." Like, but we don't do shit like that. You know what I mean? It's just weird, bro. This shit is weird.
It would be kind of like if we were to say colonizer held just as much power as the N word. Because when they say it with hatred. It's hatred when they say that word. It's not prejudice. It is straight up racist when they call white people colonizer. Can you imagine if every black person that said that word would lose their job?
Okay, let's say I'm gonna give you that point. I'm not, but let's say I would, right? Colonizers equal to nigger. They're two equal words. We say it with the hatred and the hate. We are so hateful. We got okay. Let's say I gave you that. What do we call your people though? Why are you not talking about the words we online calling your people? Why are you bringing up with white? Why are you caping for the white man? Why are you over here What? What? What does that even got to do with you? And it's weird, bro, because look, this shit is. Why is she talking about colonizer? What we talk about about the white man who actually colonized you, dummy. They colonized you. What the? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Tell me I'm tripping, bro. Tell me I'm tripping. Tell me I'm tripping. Tell me they colonized you. They colonized your people. Mine too. But you. That's why it gets so tricky with these people because they forget who they are. They're Spaniards at heart. They are no longer the natives of the land. They're Spaniards at heart. That's what they are. They might as well move back to Spain. They got claims to Spain. Spaniards might as well just move to Mexico. They took their language on. They full trying to whiten the race. They are full Spaniards at heart. They're colonizers at heart. So that's why she's taking offense to that, bro. She's a colonizer at heart. Now that we got that out the way and we see how weird she is for that, let's talk about colonizer and nigger. One is a historical fact. People came over here and colonized. If I call you a colonizer, it's because that's what your people did. That's what your people did. When you call me a nigger, you're doing that because that's what your people did. That's what your people did. Your people used to do that to demean black people, to put them down. Not Mexican people. White people used to do that. Mexicans too. We throw them in there too. Every other race then did it too. So let's not say. But I'm saying, like, historically, this is not a Mexican thing that Mexicans colonized black people and put us down and called us niggers. It's because that's what they do. When you call us a nigger, it's because you want to be them because that's what they did. And you're trying to carry it on. And you're teaching it to your kids and your next generations. Bro, let's keep going.
Could you imagine that? I don't think anyone should lose their job for a word at all. But these people will get together and they'll call every organization and they'll stand out there until they get their way. And the fact is, people need to not crumble. What those police officers go through on a daily basis and what they see every single day, I could only imagine. After a while, seeing the stereotypes, seeing that behavior every single day can push someone. She wasn't saying this publicly. She was saying this in a private group chat with her friends, and she had one of her friends do this to her. That should be held. They should look at that. They should definitely look at that. It wasn't like she was just coming online saying that. I just think that the Black community loves it. This is a joyous day when they can catch a professional person saying something that they find racist, and they will all pounce. They will pounce and go, look, 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 when they do nothing but call the Hispanic people spinks and wetbacks and everything else, but nothing happens to them. And it reminds me of the Black police officer that was up here on this app that I did a video about, talking about, I'm the one that your white woman fears. What pisses me off is that white people won't come together and say, hey, take this Black cop lady's job, the same as they're going to try to take Ashley Gonzalez's job. That woman doesn't deserve to lose her job. Because if she deserves to lose her job, everyone with Colonizer in their mouth, everyone with and wet deserves to lose their damn job too. I stand with Ashley Gonzalez for the simple fact, words are words.
Yeah, so we got people like her. She'll say, I only stand with her because words are words. Why are you fighting to say that word so bad? Why does that word matter? You're not fighting to call white people trailer park trash. You're not fighting. Go online. Let me go online and start calling Mexican people all the words she used, not me. And let's see if I don't lose my job. Losing your job is not just a Black thing. That came around the Me Too era with women. You can get fired for harassing a woman in the workplace. Rightfully so. You know what I mean? You can get fired for many things. Rightfully so. People have got fired for videos they made. People got fired from school. I remember teachers was getting fired. A teacher got fired for the way she was dressing or something, or the way the video she was posting on it. Like, people get fired for different things. It's not just a Black person thing. She acting like we're the ones doing all the weaponizing on this. You know what I mean? But there's a trend with this if you did pay attention, man. Let me explain it to you. There's a trend in this. The trend is people lose their job when they do something wrong. Do you understand it? Did you get that? People lose their job when they do something wrong. You harass a lady at work, it's rightfully so that you lose your job. You're a teacher, but you online posting hate speech or talking about this, and that, it's rightfully so that you lose your job. And the reason why you want white people to stand up is because you're a Nazi, and you want the Nazis to stand up. I'm just being honest. You're a Nazi, and you want the Nazis to stand up because you don't have a valid reason, because we ain't doing shit to y'all, so you don't have a valid reason to be mad at us. So you're like, why won't the white people just gather together? They're losing their jobs. And no, y'all losing your jobs too. Anybody who do something disrespectful and crazy and racist, why do you think you deserve to keep your job? If it's just a word, then why do you care if you can or can't say it? You guys, this is how this shit works. Listen, look, I have free speech, right? And this is the kind of argument that they try to run with. Like, it's freedom of speech. I can say whatever I want. You can't tell me what to say. Okay, whatever, cool. Freedom of speech. You have freedom of speech, and you can go to your job, and your boss, you can't go to your job, Mike, tell your boss, you a bitch, fuck you, I slap the shit out your whole ass, your mom's a bitch. You cannot respond to your boss in insults and think that you're going to keep your job. You cannot use your freedom of speech. And then why don't you go to work, do it, and then say, well, it's freedom of speech. I have the right to say whatever I want. Why don't you do that? That's the same logic that you're using because you want to keep your job. So it's the same logic. If you want to keep your job, keep us out your fucking mouth. How about that?
I get what you guys are trying to do, bro. You guys are literally just trying to use Ashley Gonzalez as an excuse to finally go at the raza. Yes, finally showing you guys his true colors, like these videos, which I'm about to show you. Now, I know that I already made a video yesterday, but this one has a different message. Now, some people in the African-American community is saying that Ashley Gonzalez is a direct representation of all Mexican Americans in the US. But one person has never been a representation of all. Because if you guys remember, Latinos were also standing up for you guys. And even yesterday, when everybody gathered together in Houston to denounce Ashley Gonzalez, look who was in the back. A Raza person. I'm not gonna beg fools to like the Raza. If you guys don't like the Raza, you guys don't have to like us. All I'm saying is, do you guys remember this? 5 years ago, April 25th, 2021? Do you guys remember how nobody blamed the whole African American community? Chat, we were only blaming one specific bad apple. We blamed that one bad apple then. It's only right that you guys return the favor and blame the one bad apple, in this case, Ashley Gonzalez. I don't agree with anything that Ashley Gonzalez said, but chat, if you guys are gonna select the whole entire raza and blame them, you guys could come and see me for the ones.
I could put up clips of Mexican people talking, going in on the whole black community as a whole, but there's no reason to do that. I understand what he's trying to say, and there's no reason to go after a lot of black people or not a lot of black people. Fuck am I saying? There's no reason to go after all Mexican people because one Mexican person did something. You know what I mean? Like, and that's needless to say. Like, some of us got Mexican partners, and we'll see that and be like, that's fucking weird. That bitch weird. But that ain't gonna make you feel no way about your Mexican partner. You know what I mean? Or Mexicans, So it shouldn't really have an effect on you. You know what I mean? As in viewing Mexicans, because that's the same thing that white people do to us. They throw us in a box. They say all niggas do this, all niggas act like this, all niggas talk like this. So we can't start doing that to other people. We got to be very careful of that. We can't be out here all Mexicans like this, all Mexicans, all white people like this. No, not all of anything is like anything. Nobody is a monolith. You know what I mean? And that goes without saying. And I'm saying this because I did see a young lady make this video. Wrong clip. My bad. Y'all see her hugging that hard R at the prom though? You think she was thinking nigger the whole time? But this the real clip though.
Guys, this officer, this cop, is not me. I don't live in Houston. I have nothing to do with any of that. So, can y'all stop attacking me and commenting on my stuff and sending me ugly messages?
I went in the comments, bro. They was like, but do you like us though? It was ready to flame her ass up all the way. That's what I'm saying. We go in there with a loaded gun already. Like, we don't care. We just start letting it fly. We ain't taking that no more. Yeah, we got to be careful, and we got to be, genuine with the way we want to be treated. Treat people the way you want to be treated, and we don't want people doing that to us because one nigga, putting us in the box of one nigga. Although that's what they do to us anyway. That's what they do to us with these crime statistics, per capita bullshit that they be spitting out their fucking mouth. But even with the first lady was spitting out her fucking mouth. But yeah, we got to be careful. But on the other hand, on the flip side of that, I do get what my brothers be feeling like though. They be feeling like, because I feel the same way sometimes. Like
how y'all trying to make excuses for the Ashley Gonzalez girl, bro. Oh, that's a Texas Mexican. My nigga, y'all all be the same way in every fucking state, bro. And it's not even no shade, bro. Y'all have a lot of racism in y'all community. It is what it is. Don't try to make it seem like it. So yeah, let me know the difference between a Texas Mexican and a LA Mexican. Because LA, they got gangs that's NK, all type of shit, bro. They say they call us mayates, and so why y'all trying to like spice it and make it seem like if she from Texas is something different? No, bro. There's just racism in y'all community, bro. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Y'all trying to mash this shit. Shorty said what she said. She stood on it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But don't try to make it seem like... Matter of fact, answer that question. What's the difference? Because I see Mexicans saying this. What's the difference between a Texas Mexican and an LA Mexican? Please let me know. Please let me know that.
And I think he hit the nail on the head, bro. It's just a lot of racism in that community. It's heavy rooted in their community, you know what I mean, against black people, against themselves, really, and, their own people. So we can't expect them to really want to fuck with us, you know what I mean? It's the ones who get it. The ones who don't. And you got to understand that there's plenty of them that do get it, you know what I mean? They ain't like that. But there's a lot of them that are. And that's a big problem. But that's what all communities, the Asian community, all the different Asian communities, none of the the Germans, the Irish, none of the white races at all. You know what I mean? The Italians, None of them fuck with us, you know what I mean? So it just is what it is. I think that's the thing. We gotta stop. What he's saying is the Mexicans gotta stop with the trying to make it seem like, oh no, it's not all of us, it's not all of us. We know it's not all of you. We're not saying it's all of you, bro, but it's a big majority of you, and you know it is. So when you're saying that, you know you're even being disingenuous by saying that. And that's why I feel like my brother's coming from. And that's why I was saying that I feel like him in the way that, like, no, it's all of y'all, it's everywhere. You don't go anywhere, and it's like a strong, I'm not saying there isn't separate little neighborhoods where it'll be a strong black and brown unity. They might have that, but it's no full state where it's just black and brown all the way through and through. We locked in. Ain't no. I don't think there is. No. I need to have a conversation real quick with the black community. Let me have a conversation with some of you niggas.
And baby, you can't say nothing to me about Ashley Gonzalez, because remember y'all said they could say it. Remember? It's black and brown unity. Right. And she unified both words, the E-R and the A. She said them both together. They can hold hands. And she said it how she been saying it. At home, in the office, at the table with her abuela. She said it how she been saying it. Right. The unity. U-N-I-T-Y. Because y'all be letting shit slide. See, me, I don't let nothing slide. This ain't no ice skating rink. But y'all be easy out there. And remember, it's just words when it's us. But when it's other people, I'm going to see if you can sit at the table with their mom and say a few choice words. I'll write something down for you. I bet you can't say them. I bet you can't. Because it's just words when it's us. But when it's everybody else, words matter. Right. I'm just saying. Hey, y'all be easy out there, okay?
And I hope this is a perfect example to my niggas out there that like, look, yeah, you might have a cool Mexican partner, but you gotta stop letting this shit slide, buddy. They ain't all good. And if you give it past the one, you're giving it to all. You know what I mean? Because if he's saying it, they gonna think it's okay to say it, and they gonna think it's okay to say it. Bro, you sellout ass niggas need to cut it the fuck out, okay? Walk around here with, come on, man. Come on, man. We could do better than that. She right. She was 100% right. Well, I thought they could say it. She said, the ER had that. He put the motherfuckers together and unified them, didn't she? Didn't she? That's what I'm saying. Bro. We gotta lock in. We gotta lock in. This is why we can't be nice. We gotta be stern. We can still respect our brothers and sisters. Our brothers and sisters of the human race. We can still respect them. But we gotta be stern. One rule goes for all of them. No one person gets a pass. No this, that. No, nah. If they can't stop saying that word around you, bro, cut them off. First ask them, genuinely. I don't want to say it around me no more. If you can't respect that, fuck it. If they can't respect that, then if they so ingrained, they think they such a nigga that they gotta say it, then don't fuck with them no more. That's how I feel about it. That's how I'm moving. I'm not telling nobody else how to move, but that's how the fuck I'm moving about it. You know what I mean? If you can't respect me enough not to say that shit around me, then I don't want to be around you. I'll just get the fuck on. I'll get away from you. Or you can get the fuck away from me, depending on the situation. But, yeah, you know what I mean? We got to stop with the coon shit. Because I just want to remind you one more time. This is how most of these motherfuckers feel. Okay, I'm not going to say most, but a large percentage of these motherfuckers feel, bro.
I think the majority of people can agree that what Ashley Gonzalez said was extremely racist and is extremely wrong. And that type of rhetoric has no place in modern Western society, especially a society like the United States where everybody's a melting pot of different races. And it's wrong, even more wrong, because Ashley Gonzalez is a police officer. Well, as of right now, she's a police officer pending an investigation into the incident. Now, that's not the problem.
Okay. What's the problem then?
The problem that I'm seeing is the way people who are responding to that incident. People are blaming Ashley Gonzalez while blaming the Latino community and labeling Hispanics, Latinos as racist individuals. That my whole group of people are racist and that Ashley Gonzalez is a representation of that racism within our community. That is completely false whatsoever.
Whoa. Completely false.
Because you cannot pinpoint racism to one ethnic group. Racism is a human problem. And you can, if if you want to go with that logic, you can pinpoint racism in any race, any ethnic group. White people can be racist. Asians can be racist. Black people can be racist. Hispanics can be racist. Russians can be racist. So on and so on. You get my point, right? Everybody has the potential to express racism. So the response to that is very ignorant and narrow-minded. You cannot blame an entire community because of the choices of one individual made. What Ashley Gonzalez did was her own fault. It was her, could have been her, whatever. It's her own individual fault that she said that. We all grew up in the Hispanic community. We've all heard racist things, but it's up to the individual on how they want to take it.
Brody was on a roll. You heard him? We all grew up in the Hispanic community. We all heard racist things.
That is completely false whatsoever.
You had to think about it for a second. Yeah, you had to think about it for a second. That's exactly what the fuck we're saying, bro. That's all we're saying, bro. Why you don't get it? Why you don't get it? Nobody is coming at you because one person in your community did one racist thing. No. If that was the case, then you would be right. But it's an ongoing thing. We're coming at you because we're starting to see that you guys just don't fuck with us. It's shown in every community and every state in this country. It's shown in the way that you interact with us. It's shown in the way that your children grow up saying the N-word and being racist, even though they don't even live around black people. He's gonna go on and say, "Oh yeah, I'm sure every race has like Mexicans, white people. Yeah, Mexicans, white people. That's all you can come with because chill the fuck out, bro. Like." It just be so annoying. We don't get told in our household that you need to hate Mexicans. Don't darken your skin. Don't lighten your skin. Don't like them because their skin is lighter. We don't get, well, I can't speak for everybody, but as a black American, FBA, my mama was an FBA, my grandparents were FBA, separate one, but the rest of them were FBA. And nigga, ain't no way you gonna tell me that I didn't grow up in an FBA household and I didn't get told that shit. Never, not once. And I ain't never heard of a nigga being told that shit. And niggas do speak on like, oh, what happened to your child? Y'all used to do this. Y'all used to do that. Y'all used to do this. Okay, but I ain't never heard one nigga say, your mama used to tell you stay away from the Mexicans. Your mama used to tell you stay out the sun or you need to stay in the house and lighten up. Don't get too dark. No, we don't have shit like that in our community. You know what I mean? I'm not saying we don't have colorism. We don't have colorism. We have our own issues. A lot of the black community's issues tend to be pushback on the black community. You know what I mean? It tends to be like us hurting ourselves. We're usually the ones that we usually take out all our anger on ourselves instead of taking it out on you motherfuckers. And that's what's finna change, bro.
That could be, what I just said right now can be applied to different ethnic groups too. I'm sure everybody out there has heard a lot of racist things coming from their grandparents or whatever, not just Latinos, white people, etc. So the way you combat racism is not through more racism. The way you combat racism is attacking the individual who said the racist comment. That's how you combat racism. I mean, and you can't live off of stereotypes. Human nature is very complicated. Just because I voted for Trump and I vote Republican does not mean I'm not proud to be Latino. That does not mean I'm proud of my heritage. I look at policies. I look at economic policies. I look at what's going to benefit me, my community, and my family. But I think the response to Ashley Gonzalez is more of a liberal, Democrat, leftist type of way of thinking. And that to me is why people should not vote Democrat. You should lean more towards conservative beliefs. You should lean more towards logic. And I think the world would be a better place. So
who the fuck is you people? The fuck is this nigga talking about? You people need to vote a different way and the world would be a better place. Nigga, you just like her. You just like her. Because what you're insinuating to me, y'all tell me if I'm tripping, if I'm picking up the wrong thing, but what it seems like he's insinuating by saying the world would be a better place if we voted different. You people voted different. Is he saying that the black vote is the reason for the destruction in the United States? Because the black vote got ice on your ass right now, right? On your people ass, right? But, hold on. I'm not agreeing with the Democrats. Fuck them niggas too. Fuck them Republicans too. Fuck them all. But what I'm saying is, nigga, how dare you call us you people and try to say we voting? Nigga. But you see, that's how they be. They go against their own fucking people. This fucking, he a MAGA. This shit happened like, not that, this nigga's a MAGA to this day. To this day, he's still a MAGA. I bet you. It's these type of niggas, bro. It's these type of niggas, bro.
So if you like this video,
Hell nah.
So it shouldn't be to anyone's surprise, but I support Ashley Gonzalez. Regardless of how you feel as a white American or a black American, Latinos can say whatever we want. Black Americans and white Americans try to force us into their white versus black mentality. They want us to subscribe to their social idealisms, and that includes their language.
Dude is truly dumb, bro. Because if you don't subscribe to our social ideas or our language, then why the fuck are you using it, bro? It don't make sense. Y'all are dumb. Like, people who I just can't stand people with dumb arguments. Like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, I don't subscribe, so so I'm gonna use your language, but you can't tell me that I'm using it improper because I don't subscribe to the way you do things. Fuck is wrong with your wannabe mysterious ass fucking weirdo?
And quite frankly, I am refusing, as a Latino, I am refusing to bow down to their linguistic authority. Personally, I don't even care about Ashley Gonzalez herself. She is an individual. She can make her own decisions. If she wants to apologize, she can apologize. I, however, will never apologize. I am not going to apologize. I refuse to bow down to American bullshit when it comes to social standards, at least some of them. Like, if you're going to come at me and say or be upset because I said the N-word, I don't give a fuck. I truly don't give a fuck. So ultimately, I don't think that black people or white people, especially Americans, have any right to tell any Latino or indigenous person how to speak on their own land. So, para mí, no me importa, papá, porque soy Latino. I'm not one of you.
Man, first off, America ain't your fucking land or you'll be a native, not a fucking immigrant. Second off, what are you talking about, bro? You just fucking yapping. Why are you yapping? I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing. If I said the N-word, no way you get me to apologize. No way. I promise you, I'm not gonna do it. Y'all not gonna make me apologize if I said the N-word. Say it, bitch. What you scared? Then say it. Fuck you, man. Like, bro, you weird. Why you even talking about it if you ain't gonna say it? Why you even talking about it if you ain't gonna say it? You can't make me apologize. Shut your weird ass up. That's like them niggas who put their hand in your face. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Like, you weird, bro. You weird. You weird. You just playing games. You just trying to rage. You just trying to get a nigga rage up. Yeah, but if I did say it, man, shut your half 1 foot in that ass, 1 foot in out ass. Shut the fuck up. 1 foot in, 1 foot out ass, nigga. That's what I was trying to say.
Members of the Latino community, Hispanic community, we need to have a chit chat. If you haven't seen, go watch that video of Ashley Gonzalez, the police officer, who decided to go on Snapchat and post an entirely racist rant using slurs and being a racist piece of crap towards the black community. And the one thing that I noticed a lot in a lot of these videos in this matter was a lot of us commenting, not all of us. Like, oh my God, this is horrible, racist, but it's not all of us. But let's be honest, it's quite enough of us. And we see it. I understand that a lot of us have the mindset of like, it's not us, and it's not us, it's the majority, but enough of us do have that mindset. Let's not forget, the Latino community in itself has a lot of colorism and racism within itself alone. And we don't call each other out enough. And we need to start. And instead of thinking of a mindset of like, oh shit, if like, what came to your mind at first when you saw that video immediately was like, not me. I didn't say the word though. Instead of going like, damn, I am very worried for the victims, the black people that this woman has ever arrested, because she abused her power. There is no doubt in my mind that she probably arrested some people just because they were black. And you know what? When they tell you that sometimes a lot of Hispanics think that they are like proximity to whiteness makes them better than black people, and we like to be defensive about it, But it's fucking true. Like the evidence is right in front of your face. So what we need to do is ask ourselves, why do we continue to let this mindset run rampant in our fucking community? We need to like take accountability, and we need to teach our children better. We need to like better ourselves. Otherwise, things are never going to change. And let's think about the victims more rather than think about how this makes us look.
Ashley Gonzalez, the racist police officer from Texas, sadly does represent a very large part of the Latino Hispanic community. And I do want to preface this video by saying that I myself, I'm a Mexican woman and my husband is black. And I've grown up around Mexican people my whole entire life. And I've noticed a pattern of Mexican people, and I'm only speaking on Mexican people now because that's what I know, are racist. And I think that this comes from wanting to be accepted so badly and wanting to feel like because they're a shade lighter than most black people, that somehow they're better. That somehow, they're part of the good ones. And don't get me wrong, racism exists everywhere. And in Mexico too. But in Mexico, I think it's more of a classism issue as opposed to a race issue, but that's a whole nother video. And growing up around a lot of Mexican people my whole life, I have heard many, many, many anti-black comments made by people that I know, people that think that I'm going to agree with them, and then they find out that I am married to a black man, and then they're like, oh. And I know exactly where this stems from. This stems from colonization. This stems from engraving in our minds that black is bad, that black means that you're not equal. And that's something that happened during colonization. I'm not excusing the racism that exists in our community, but I understand where it comes from. And the moment that Hispanic people admit that they do deal with a lot of anti-blackness is a moment that they're going to start to learn how to decolonize their minds and question as to why they have certain biases or as to why they believe in certain stereotypes, because to most of them, it's just like clockwork. They don't even question it. And I'm not gonna lie, I had to catch myself. I was getting a little defensive in my mind when I was watching all these videos of black people that obviously were very offended by what Ashley Gonzalez said, which, as they should, but they were saying that that's why they don't give a fuck about what's going on with ICE, that's why they're not going to fight our fight, that's why they don't give a shit, that's why they voted the way that they did. So like all this back and forth, like racism, right? And I was like, okay, well, obviously that's not all of us. But then I took a step back and I'm like, okay, the people that are the most racist in our community are the fucking loudest, okay? And they're not held accountable by other people like myself as much as they should. So if that's how black people feel, I don't blame them. Does it bother me that that's the perception they have of us? Yes, but at the same time, it's the truth. Mexican people are fucking racist. And don't believe the lie of minorities or other brown people can't be racist against other minorities, because we see it all the time. And all that, it just comes down to whiteness and wanting to be white and wanting to, the way that we have been as a society made to feel like if we are not that, then there's something wrong with us. So I apologize on behalf of Ashley. I apologize on behalf of any black person that has ever felt like Mexican or Hispanic people have been racist or discriminatory, because that's just bullshit. I'm sorry.
I wanted to end off on a good note with two of our allies in that Hispanic community, two women speaking some sense out into the world, into their own community. And that is important. That is steps towards solving the problem and getting towards unity. And the black people can learn from that and do the same exact thing in our community and start attacking some of these and progress in some of these relationships within our communities together. But thank y'all for coming through. Let me know what you thought about the video in the comments. Let me know what you think about Fabio or the other nigga or any of my perspectives. Give me your perspective in the comments. Appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, and please hype this video up. I'm out.